Hello everybody. In this new video I want to talk about another fitting myth, which is your club head speed indicates the sort of shaft you should have. So let's get stuck in. Okay, so I'm going to show you two players on this screen now who swing it pretty much at the same speed, so between 97 and 99 miles an hour with the driver. I'm just going to show with this angle here. This is an angle between the left forearm and the shaft on the gear system. This first player, I'm going to take him up to the top. You can see that there's an angle of 91.85 degrees between the left forearm and the shaft. Now what's important to look at here is how this angle is now going to start to increase as we get to the shaft pretty much upright or vertical in the downswing. So he's pretty much increased to, let's say, 16 degrees from top of the backswing to early downswing. Now the incidence this is going to have is going to be on the shaft, and you can see there's only a very small amount of lag deflection here, so 12 millimeters of lag deflection early on. So a very small amount of lag deflection early generally tends to give a lot of lead deflection late or at impact. So I take him down to shaft parallel here. We're going to see is basically the hands are a long way from the body, and the club is going to be coming this way now, forwards, while the hands is going to start going backwards. And that's going to be creating a lot of lead deflection. So we look at this now here. You can see what's happened. The shaft has gone forwards, or the club head has gone forwards. The hands have gone backwards. You've got some flexion extension of the wrists here. So the hands are going this way, and the club head's going this way, and that's creating this lead deflection of the shaft. So now we have 58 or 59 millimeters of lead deflection. So this guy is definitely going to be needing something a lot stiffer. Otherwise, he's going to be creating an awful lot of dynamic loft with this sort of casting of the shaft here. Basically, I'm going to be calling this a casting or casting stop. This is the way he's going to cast it out there, and then he's going to stop, and that's going to create this lead deflection of the shaft here. I'm going to bring in the next player. You're going to see the completely opposite thing, or way of going about it. So if we take him up to the top, you've got a 96 degree angle between the left forearm and the shaft. And as we start moving this down, you're going to see that this is going to decrease now. So if I take him to the same spot on the early downswing, he's pretty much decreased 12 degrees to 13 degrees this angle now. We've got a lot of a lot of lag deflection now of the shaft. And that can be measured here. We've got 42 millimeters of lag deflection, which is almost 4 times as much as the guy on the left. So this is going to completely different. It's going to change completely the way the shaft's going to work on the way down. So we look at this now. His hands are much more in front of his body. He's been able to keep this angle a lot longer. And he's basically going to drag the shaft now into impact with his hands in front of the shaft. And that's creating a lot less of lead deflection. So we got very little deflection here. We've actually got not enough lead deflection of 12 millimeters. So at the same speed, two different ways of swinging it, and we got two completely different results of what the shaft's doing. So this guy is going to be definitely needing something a lot stiffer in this section and a lot softer in this section. And this guy is going to be needing the opposite. He's probably going to need something a lot stiffer in the buck section and a little bit softer in the tip section. So at exactly the same speed, we've obviously got two completely different golf swings, and that's creating completely different dynamic lofts and completely different deflection numbers. So there's absolutely no way you can say that whatever the speed is, you need a stiff or a regular or an extra stiff shaft. That really does not cover the situation at all. You need to know how the people are loading and unloading the shaft, and if possible, measuring it on gears. So to summarize, as you've seen, just having club speed alone is not going to be enough to correctly choose the right shaft for you.
What you're going to need is obviously how the person is loading and unloading this shaft. What sort of forces are they putting on the handle to create the deflection we've been seeing in the gears video? Where on the club face the person is hitting the ball? What sort of angle of attack that is creating? What trajectory you're looking for? What club head are you using? Because that's going to change the shaft deflection as well. I could go on and on. There's a load of different things you need to know before correctly fitting the shaft to the club. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have done, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you soon for some more videos.